The 2024 NBA season was an exciting year that saw the rise of new stars in the playoffs. So let's jump into this year's playoffs. We start with the top-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder. OKC is a young team led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and they easily swept the Pelicans. The Clippers and Mavs both have championship expectations, but one of them's going home this round. The Clips have a roster composed of a bunch of old stars trying to hang on to their prime. Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Paul George, and Russell Westbrook. 5 years ago, this would have been a team you feared, but not so much anymore. Overall, the Dallas Mavericks were the better team in the series. After Dallas stormed onto LA's court and stole Game 2, things started getting chippy. Russell Westbrook got ejected in Game 3. A Game 3 that was dominated by Kyrie Irving and the Mavs. Now, the Clippers really had their backs against the wall, down 2-1 on the road. Kawhi Leonard is, surprise, injured, so that means Paul George and James Harden are gonna have to carry the boats and logs. With that in mind, LA's up by 31 points. On the road, no, I'm not joking. But there's still a lot of time left, and you get that feeling that Dallas is gonna creep back into this game. Kyrie's making impossible shots, Luka's whining to the refs and getting the calls, and Dallas is only down single digits. Oh, there's no way you could lose this.
Step back three, tie game! Irving inside, the layup, oh! How did that go in? Mavericks take the lead!
Oh, silly old Clippers, always blowing leads. Welp, maybe next year.
7 on the shot clock. George goes in the corner, falling away. Oh, it's good! Paul George from downtown!
Somehow, LA held on to tie the series, and now they're hosting Game 5 with momentum. It also turns out Luka Magic caught a stomach bug from yapping too much at the refs. He's gotta face adversity by blowing his nose on the sideline every time out. So, with that in mind, the Clippers are guaranteed a win, right? And Luka scores 35, the Clippers stars struggle, and LA gets blown out by 30? Their largest playoff loss ever? Kawhi, where were you? Welp, that'll do it. Kyrie Irving hit some impossible shots in Game 6 and sent the Clippers packing. The Clips did a good job building a star-studded roster, but when all of them can't play consistently, you're gonna get bounced. They might as well just blow up the team already. Oh, well, look who it is. Kevin Durant on yet another super team, this time the Phoenix Suns. Well, for some reason, come playoff time, the Suns jumped way down in production. Their defense, gone. Offense, gone. Bench, gone. Rebounding, gone. Heck, even the energy out there was dead.
Nope.
Phoenix basically got blown out every game to the Wolves and were swept.
Bruh.
Swept, which turns out to be a first for Bradley Beal. The scapegoat this year will be yet another head coach, and the Suns are stuck with a miserable Big Three. Also, Kevin Durant, I hear OKC's building a super team. If you're interested. This might be the perfect story for the 7-seed Lakers. LeBron and the Lakers have a chance to get revenge on the team that swept them last year, the Nuggets. I mean, LA's already up 10 points on the road. Oh, well, I guess they blew it, but that's fine. Game 2, the Lakers are up by 20 now. There's no way they lose this.
Don't call it. Tie ball game, worst can happen, we go to overtime. Murray makes a move. Game's on.
The Nuggets have won!
Fine, I guess a perfect script can also include a 2-0 comeback. I mean, not ideal, but the Lakers are up double digits again in Game 3. And then blew that lead. Well, the NBA is not gonna like this, but all of our favorite stars in the West are headed home after the first round. Durant is out, Harden is out, Steph Curry, wait, he didn't even make the playoffs. And now LeBron's going home. Just to make matters worse, Jamal Murray's gonna hit another game winner to close the series in 5, and fire Lakers head coach Darvin Ham. And the defending champs move on. Nothing special here. Outside of a stunning Game 2 loss, the Boston Celtics rolled over a Miami team without Jimmy Butler, showing why they're the best team in the NBA. This 5-4 matchup was probably the most underrated matchup in the first round. Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs have an urge to win a championship, leading them to wins in games 1 and 2. Then the Orlando Magic blew out Cleveland in their home stretch, tying the series at 2 apiece. In Game 5, Evan Mobley had a huge block in the final seconds to beat Orlando, but Orlando took the next one to force a Game 7. Now it's Donovan Mitchell's time to prove himself and win that championship. They only have to beat a young Magic team at home, and they're down 18. However, Donovan Mitchell would use his grit to come back, score 39, and advance to the next round. Great work. But the Cavs are still hungry to win that chip, and everyone knows it's bound to happen. So who's next? Oh, hell no, they're done for. The Milwaukee Bucks are yet again in the playoffs without their best player, Giannis. With Giannis, they'd be a title contender, but now they're just a little roadblock for Indiana. Dame did all he could for Milwaukee, but the Pacers just had more players and more talent. Tyrese Halliburton hit a game winner in Game 3, and the Pacers won in 6. Finally, the first round ends with the best series, the Knicks and Sixers. The Knicks are the biggest NBA franchise who haven't won a chip in over 50 years, but this has gotta be their year to win it all. They have Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, whoever that is, and a huge fan base at Madison Square Garden. Unfortunately, they gotta face the 76ers, the 7 seed. A very tough 7 seed with a former MVP in Joel Embiid. Despite this being a difficult series, the Knicks electrified their home crowd with a Game 1 win. But Game 2's not looking too good though, cause the Knicks are down by 5 late in the game.
The tomb on Brunson, a lot of clock ticking here. Lowry got the pick. DiVincenzo comes out of the pack. DiVincenzo finds Brunson. Great defense here by the Sixers. Brunson gets a prayer of a bounce.
Nope.
2-point game. Maxey hits the deck. Hart takes it from him. Shot clock is off. DiVincenzo, no. Hartenstein with an offensive rebound. Another chance here. DiVincenzo. He's got it. The Knicks have the lead again.
But now the series shifts to Philly. And Philly has a pretty devoted fan base, so it's gonna be pretty loud there. Wait, Philly fans are supposed to be one of the most devoted, craziest fans out there, but it seems like even the fans can't trust the process anymore. With the Knicks fans swarming the arena, Jalen Brunson scored the most points in a playoff game for a Knick with 47. That left Joel Embiid not too happy with his Philly fans. Speaking of Embiid, his flopping antics have made him the villain of the series, and hated by Knicks fans. Now, Embiid and the Sixers find themselves in New York, down 3-1 in a must-win. And it's not looking too good.
And now they're just trying to get to the finish line and wrap up this series. Maxey floats it up and in, plus the foul. 10 seconds left in Game 5. Maxey fires! He's got it! Tie game! And that's it. The Sixers stay alive.
Despite Maxey saving their season, the Knicks were ready to destroy the process once and for all. In Game 6 on the road, Jalen Brunson made some insane shots in a close game to knock off the Sixers. Just like that, the Sixers are gonna have to change the process this offseason, and the Knicks move on. Oklahoma City. Your players can bark all they want at post-game interviews, but that's not gonna stop the true dog from coming out. Luka Doncic. Yes, our favorite European. Luka's been battling a sprained right knee and a bloody left knee, but he's still practically unguardable. Luka put up crazy numbers this series, almost averaging a triple-double, and he helped the Mavs win the series over the 1-seed OKC. Even though Shai Gilgeous-Alexander also had an impressive series for the Thunder, the rest of the team was basically locked down defensively. Shai's great performances were also overshadowed by a crucial mistake in Game 6, where they blew a 17-point lead and he fouled PJ Washington on the final play, which sent the Thunder packing. Despite this, OKC is a young team with a lot of potential, so they should definitely consider this year a success. On the other side, Luka and Kyrie are now headed to the conference finals. Over all of these games, I haven't even mentioned the best player of these playoffs, Anthony Edwards. Edwards was unstoppable when the Wolves swept Phoenix, and he was even better in his series against the defending champs. In Game 1, Ant scored a franchise postseason record 43 points with a crazy block. And Minnesota steals Game 1 in Denver. So cool, we all love underdog stories. But the Nuggets better get their act together. Last year, Denver easily won the NBA Finals, and are definitely good enough to do it again. Nikola Jokic is now a 3-time MVP, and Jamal Murray's hitting all of the clutch shots. So Denver should win Game 2.
Off to Anderson, here's Edwards, and Anderson with the screen. Nope. Anderson gives it off to Edwards, Jr. Jokic has got 6.
Look at this, here we go again.
With another turnover, Edwards the other way.
Defensively, still trying to work it out.
Oh, they go inside, and a tomahawk there by McDaniel. Edwards on top. He'll put up a 3. Bullseye!
Wait, the Nuggets scored 80 points? All game? Karl Anthony Towns and Ant were really just bullying Denver the entire game, and their defense held the Nuggets to 35% shooting and 19 turnovers. Meanwhile, Nugget fans are stunned at what's going on. They're the defending champs who lost both of their games at home. Michael Malone's losing is cool. Jokic couldn't do anything on offense. And don't even think we forgot about you, Jamal Murray. 3 for 18 shooting? Come on, man. And you're supposed to be throwing basketballs, not heat packs. With that loss, the series shifts to Minnesota for games 3 and 4. But deep down, we all know the Nuggets aren't going down without a fight. They reminded everyone why they're the champs by blowing out Minnesota in Game 3. Then in Game 4, the Nuggets won again to tie the series, and also made this crazy play.
And he gets it to go. Beating the clock. Court length. It's intercepted. Murray good at the goal. Got it! A big time 3!
Game 5, Jokic scores 40, and now they're up in the series. It seems crazy that the momentum flipped that quickly, and it's all thanks to the Joker. All game long, Jokic bullied the Wolves' big man Rudy Gobert. And all our favorite Frenchman could do was make money signs at the officials and get fined for it. But now it's Game 6, Minnesota has no momentum whatsoever in a must-win game. And they, blow them out? By 45 points?
I just want to kill everything in front of me, man. That's the main thing. Pretty much. That's all it is to it.
The Nuggets were out-rebounded by 20, only scored 70, and got destroyed. Denver's third best player, Michael Porter Jr., played a horrible game, and series in general. And don't let me forget about you, Jamal Murray. 4 for 8 shooting? Again? Well, there were a lot of blowouts and road wins, but it all leads to one thing. Game 7. The Nuggets are the defending champs trying to keep their throne, but Minnesota's a young and talented team that wants to make a run. The first quarter was pretty even, but the Nuggets started pulling away. Jokic and Murray were hitting their shots, and they even got up double digits. Up 15 by half. Then 20 points in the third. Oh well, it was a good year, Minnesota.
It's 1-7. Towns makes his one inside to go in. Good assist. Here for Minnesota. Aaron Gordon will defend. Caldwell Pope comes over. Shot clock 2. Corner 3. Conley. Oh, there's a steal by Edwards. Here he comes, and there he goes. The Timberwolves.
They're going to send the double Ant-Man.
Edwards. It's a 3. Go! Edwards. Gordon is there. Back pedals. Jabs. Shot. Slammed in. Reed parachutes in and jackhammers it down. Minnesota's biggest lead is 7. It's stolen by Conley. He pickpockets Murray. He gets it off to Reed. Corner. Edwards and shoots. Timeout.
Denver seemed unstoppable coming into the series, but it turns out Minnesota was their kryptonite, knocking them out in the largest Game 7 comeback in history. I know this is disappointing for Nugget fans, but on the bright side, at least Jokic can go back home to his horses sooner. Anyway, over their history, Minnesota's been a losing franchise that hasn't accomplished much. But this win on the road in Game 7 might be their best win in franchise history. Everyone knows Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs are headed for that championship ring. But then they had to face Boston. Confident Cavs fans decided to chant "We want Boston," and soon figured out they really didn't want Boston. As a result, the Cavs were eliminated in 5. But don't worry, cause Cleveland just fired their head coach and Donovan Mitchell's ready to win that ring next year. The Knicks are playing the Pacers in what we'll assume to be an energetic, fast-paced series. But let's be honest, we all know New York's winning. Game 1 in Madison Square Garden was very close, but Jalen Brunson scored 43 to take a W. Game 2, the Knicks are getting a bit confident. Jalen Brunson went to the locker room with an injury, but soon walked back onto the court to make the Knicks fans go wild. He really pulled an old Willis Reed there. The game was down to the wire again, but New York pulled away to go up 2-0. Game 3, the Knicks are shorthanded and on the road, but still have the advantage, up by 9 in the 4th. But on their last breath, Tyrese Halliburton and the Pacers rallied back.
Halliburton double team, shot clock at 4. Nembhard's got to put it up. Step back, his three-pointer. Nembhard knocks the 3 down. Timeout, Knicks.
This 3-point shot changed the entire momentum of the series. Instead of the Knicks winning the series as soon as possible like they were supposed to, Indiana started to take over. The Knicks got clobbered in Game 4, crushed in Game 6, and with every game, the Knicks were getting more and more injured. Key players like Julius Randle and Bojan Bogdanovic had been out for a while. Now, Josh Hart is injured, OG Anunoby is injured, and all the pressure's on 6'2" Jalen Brunson. And in Game 7,
Pacer lead, and we think this is where Jalen Brunson, the left hand coming down, hitting the knee of Halliburton, or we think that's perhaps where the fractured hand happened. As you heard the report from Lisa Salters.
Welp, there goes the season. It's not like the Knicks were gonna win anyway, they were getting blown out. But it's disappointing to see such a promising year go down the drain. And the wait continues for the biggest franchise in NBA history to win that trophy again. But we have to give credit where credit's due. Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers had a great series and are headed to the Final Four. Both the Wolves and Mavericks are young teams led by rising stars. There's Luka the Flopper and Kyrie the Flat Earther representing Dallas, with Cat and Ant-Man in Minnesota. Recently, people have been comparing Anthony Edwards to Michael Jordan, and those comparisons started to backfire real quick. Edwards chose to guard Kyrie on defense, which left him so exhausted that he disappeared for large portions on offense. With that, his stats dipped. So then how about Cat, the shooting big man?
Nope.
Well, in games they lost, Towns shot 4 for 28, 14% from 3. And don't think we forgot about you, Rudy. Rudy Gobert, you 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Let's see those highlights.
Works his way inside. The threes. Conley, the spinning Gobert.
You have to rotate head better.
Doncic. Maneuvers. Thank you, Ellie. Doncic here. Tailed by McDaniel. He hedged on top. Doubled.
Nope.
Gobert back to Ray Jones. Right. Oh, there's a little shove. Gobert. Right. It's Gobert. And he's 25 with a turnover here by Minnesota.
And even with their stars playing poorly, Minnesota still had shots to win games 1, 2, and 3. First, Minnesota looked to close game 1 after going up by 4. Instead, Luka stole the game. Game 2, the Wolves got up by 18 points with an almost guaranteed win, until this happened.
Lively. Doncic. Pass indeed.
I thought that was fantastic.
Doncic backpedals. A three is down the hatch.
Put him in a position to do just that.
Rushing to the steal. Irving the three. Got it. He sticks it to Lively. The spin, the feed, and thrown out of bounds. A Minnesota turnover. Doncic has the ball. Down by 2. There's a switch. Gobert is out there. Doncic maneuvers for the lead. Got it! What a shot! Dallas has taken the lead. Setting up. 3 lead. No! Dallas has won. The Mavericks go up 2 games to none. And Doncic with the game winner.
I have no idea why they put Rudy Gobert on Luka. I mean, what do they expect would happen? Anyway, after losing their home stretch, the Wolves went into Dallas and choked another close game. If things couldn't get worse, Game 5 was an embarrassing blowout on their home court that sent the Wolves packing. Minnesota's gonna have to make a lot of changes this offseason thanks to their cap space. But don't forget to congratulate our Western Conference champions, Dallas. Sure, I don't like this team, but you can't deny how good the Luka-Kyrie duo actually is. Both of the guards averaged a crazy 60 points together this series, and they actually decided to play defense, which led to a 5-game series win. Let's see who they face in the finals. Over these playoffs, I haven't even talked about the best team in it, the Boston Celtics. That's because the Celtics have been smoking every team they face, which might have to do with some built-up playoff frustration. The wing duo of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have helped Boston become one of the top teams in the NBA, but they haven't been able to win that title. In 2018, they blew a 3-2 lead just 1 win away from the finals. A couple years later, they made the finals, just to lose to the Warriors. Last year, they came in as favorites to win the title, but the 8-seed Miami Heat went onto their court in Game 7 and killed them. Tatum and Brown still didn't have that title, and Boston fans were getting antsy. However, this year was by far their best season yet. Boston traded for big man Kristaps Porzingis and defender Drew Holiday, and players like Derek White and Al Horford became key players to the team. Boston won 64 games in one of the historically best regular seasons ever, and faced the Indiana Pacers in the conference finals. Even with Porzingis out with an injury, Boston used their star power to sweep the Pacers. Most of the games included the Pacers choking the game away, including a Game 1 thriller.
Nembhard goes of Horford, pulls up jumper, puts it in! Nembhard with another big bucket in. Nembhard looking. Finds Siakam, knocked out of bounds. No official call. Tatum trying to get free. Throwing in the corner. Brown fakes, fires up the 3. Bang! Bang! Jaylen Brown knocks down the 3 to tie the game. The Celtics survive in overtime and take game one.
An 18-point comeback in Game 3.
They thought about a three. Jaylen Brown goes inside. What a slam from Brown. Sit back out to Brown. Tatum straight on with a three. Puts it in. Tatum drives, goes inside behind the back. Horford, corner three. Puts it in. Al Horford for Tatum finds Holiday. Holiday goes inside. Leans in. Banks it in. And the foul. Let's go. Nimhard drives into the paint. Knocked away. It's stolen by Holiday. Siakam trying to get him, but he fouled him with 1.1 remaining.
And a late rally in Game 4.
5 on the 24. Tatum on the drive, goes inside and throws it down. Brown on the drive, pulls back, lost the ball, got it back, kicks it out. White, corner three. Bang! Derek White from downtown.
And the Boston Celtics easily advanced to the NBA Finals, facing the Dallas Mavericks. I'll see you then.